The theme for the first topic is what a difference a week makes. Classic example, the Detroit Lions, how bad they looked against the Bears last week. What a juggernaut they looked last night against a upticking Denver Broncos team.
Sure.
A good team. That was a big win. They moved the ball at will. Great running game. My God.
After the quarterback.
Set that play action up. Downtown Lions. That was a big win. Now they're 10-4 and the Vikings lost.
Yeah.
So they got
a 3-game lead.
Back to a 3-game lead. What a difference a week makes. Michigan State basketball. They lost to Nebraska last Sunday night. I'm not, no diss against Nebraska, but it's Nebraska.
And back-to-back losses.
Back-to-back losses. They play number 6 Baylor. And I was down in Ann Arbor at the Eastern Michigan. I'm looking at my phone. This has got to be like 46-15 or some crazy.
Like the end of a football game still.
It's like, what is going on? Okay, and another example, I'm going to go back 33 years. Your senior year at Michigan State. So Michigan State lost to Iowa, not a very good. Well, no, a good Iowa team, but they lost at home.
Everybody was good back then.
You look terrible. I happened to be at the game. Michigan was on the road. The following week, it was number 1 Michigan versus no one Michigan State, and we know let's just say controversial end result. You probably don't think it's controversial. Regardless, 28-27.
We won.
Okay, what constitutes that? How's that? What's the difference? I mean, in 1 week, a team can flip. What goes into that?
Well, in our case, it's easy. It's Michigan.
Okay.
So that
Oh, because that's probably not a good example.
But still. But then you think, like you said, then the next week we go to Illinois, who was a number 8 Illinois.
Yeah, here's another week.
And we lay an egg and we lose after beating the number 1 team in the country on the road.
But think about those things. You played 3 teams that were all co-champions in '90, along with you guys. So you wasn't like you were losing the chopped liver.
Right. There were no bums. I mean, Indiana and Purdue, that was about it.
But keep in mind, that team, sent 14 kids to the league.
14 guys on my senior year went to NFL. And
wow.
We're good. We lost to Notre Dame 20-19 on a fluke play. We tied Syracuse, and then we lost in those 3 games we lost. 1 point, we lost to Illinois by like 2 or 3, maybe touchdown, less than a touchdown. And it was good football.
And you won your bowl game. You beat USC.
In the
Sun Bowl.
Marinovich.
Yeah. Ty Marinovich. Yeah, in the Hancock Bowl. Right.
So the basketball. So obviously yesterday,
my God, they look like world beaters.
We had 7 bowl games yesterday.
Oh yes.
And I was watching the Texas high school championships were on.
What were they on?
They were on Bally's.
Wow.
I ended up with Duncanville before I had to go. I had a dinner date, so I had to miss the DeSoto game. I couldn't find it. It's not. You know how Bally's
was it 6'8"? Was it big? Were the big?
5'8". 5'8". I think it's the biggest in Texas now.
Well, I think they may have had
Duncanville got like 4,200 kids in it, so it can't be
yeah.
So they were playing. But they beat the hell out of those poor kids. And the other team was 15-0 and was. Yeah. Look, anyway.
They played 16 games total. To win the state championship, you got to win 16.
Yeah, I was cutting between all those. And there was really good bowl games on yesterday.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Now, poor kids in Orlando playing in that Cure Bowl where it started raining at like.
Felt bad for Miami. Miami has a good team.
Absolutely. They're very good.
And Ohio U did well for the MAC.
They would have done better because there was 13 fumbles in the game. I mean,
that many?
Oh, it just literally
13-9. I was watching the Lions.
They showed the camera from the roof.
Yeah.
And you couldn't even see because there was so much rain.
Yeah.
I mean, it was miserable.
From the drone view. Yeah.
No, like the one on top of the stadium. Like just the sideline.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was just raining the whole. I mean, it was miserable. I felt so bad.
Yeah.
And the field was grass.
I know.
So then it just got worse. But lots of great football on yesterday. And so I'm just cutting back and forth, But the basketball game, I don't know if I've ever seen a Michigan State team play that good.
They were unbelievable.
I mean, they were locked in on defense. They turned the ball over. They made the finish. They made the jump shots. I mean, you held somebody to 15 points. I don't care who it is. 15 points?
They got Oakland Monday night. On a game I'm actually attending. Wow, that'll be strange.
That'll be at Michigan State?
Yeah.
Because normally they play Oakland at
Well, they play in both
FCA
places. Greg Campy's been there for a million years.
I like it.
Good friend
He's a
of
good guy.
Tom Izzo. So I think Michigan State has beaten Oakland like 20 sometimes in a row.
They had a couple close ones when the one young
Yeah.
kid was there, the point guard.
Yeah.
It was
Well, Drew Valentine used to play for him many years ago. But anyway, so when there's different situations, what a difference a week makes. So
No question. They had that time. Well, then you got no classes. Your classes are over.
But
You got
Michigan
time
State
to
had
get in there.
Michigan State had exams all week.
Right. But, most of that stuff, they getting that stuff done. Ain't nobody waiting
Yeah.
until Friday to have no final
Yeah,
exams.
that's true.
They're having,
Yeah.
so they
were
had
out of
time
the form
to
of
practice.
classes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they had just time to practice and maybe be around each other more.
Yeah.
And
Plus, don't you think that Tom Izzo served up some tough practices in terms of
Coach
rebounding,
Izzo probably just going right through.
going the shoulder pad
just
thing?
Going straight ham after that week.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing good about those two games, losing
Yeah.
to those people.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, you're the number 4. I mean, you start out the number 4 and all those rankings and blah, blah, blah. But that was the number 4 team in the country yesterday against that team.
Absolutely. So there's 84 teams that participate in college bowl games. There's about 132 total. So we're talking about high 60, almost 70%. Is that? I don't know. I can't do the math that quick, but
Right.
it's got to be close to 70% of the teams playing bowl games. Okay. Now,
And I'm all for it.
I know you're all about it because you work younger guys and you can.
Well-
if guys want, I used to be bugged by guys opting out. Okay, so be it. I mean, you're not going to be here next year. This is a
Anyway.
building process anyway.
See ya.
We might as well move on to the next guy.
And get ready.
A de facto spring
Ohio,
practice.
We talked about Ohio.
Yeah.
Those guys got hurt. Third string quarterback or third string running back.
Yeah.
Had like 6 touches.
Yeah.
His whole
Yeah.
career. He gets the touches. He has 4 or 5 touchdowns and played great. But that leads me to this. So did you hear about the Minnesota situation?
No, Minnesota Gophers
Golden
or
Gophers, right?
What?
So they get into the, because they, whatever. The ACC has 11 teams in bowl games. But they're like the worst conference ever. They have 11
yeah, but they
teams.
got a lot of mediocre teams.
Exactly.
As long as you're
They
bowl
win- they
eligible,
win
it doesn't
enough.
matter.
They upset each other.
I mean,
so now they
Minnesota's
have
only got
enough.
5 wins.
But the thing is, it's money. So you bring the money into your program.
Yeah.
So all the Big Ten or all the ACC gets to share. That's
Yeah.
why it's like you want to have 2 teams in the college football play. I'm like, yeah, you get Michigan and Ohio State like last
Yeah.
year. Yeah, because they're each getting like
Well, and the
$30
whole-
million
and the whole conference
and we all
shares.
share.
Yeah.
Like you guys would get the bowl team. But
Yeah.
I said, they make fun of us. You guys didn't even get to a bowl game. I said, you know what? Well, we got the same amount of money that you did, and we saved a ton. But anyway, Minnesota quarterbacks got hurt. The one kid with the real long name, and then the
Yeah.
other one. And the third string kid was like, he's a senior. He's like, I'm done. I'm out of here. I'm ready to move on with my life. I'm going to get married. This kind of stuff. They're paying him $30,000
Oh, I saw
to stay
something.
to be quarterback.
How do you do that?
With NIL money?
So he's gonna make
He's
30
getting
grand.
30 grand
So he's gonna make
to stay.
$10,000 an hour, for a 3-hour game, basically. Half of the time, sitting on a bench.
And that leads me to, and then they're talking about a guy posed the question. where
That's
you
the
get
Quick
to-
Lane Bowl on December
You
26th.
get to these bowl games, and they're talking about people. I'm like, Georgia, they just running out of Georgia. They're going in the portal and they're leaving,
Yeah.
and because they're not playing for a national championship,
Yeah.
so they're not playing. But then the backup quarterback from Texas, I'm out of here. Like you won
Oh, I know.
2 games.
I know.
He's like, no, I'm out of here. I'm not
Michigan
playing.
has one guy, C.J. Stokes, who is in the portal, but
He
he's
said
still
he's
with the
staying.
team.
Yeah, which is weird, but
Which is
anyway.
weird, but I mean, why not just verbalize it a little bit later, maybe
Yeah,
like
after.
2 weeks from now?
Yeah, after.
So you don't have any morale issues, perhaps?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But my thing was, what if, and somebody posed a question, so it's not my original, I heard it, sidebar conversation. What if, say, yesterday, the UCLA played Who they play?
Boise
They won.
State.
Boise State beat Boise State
Out there at the SoFi.
in the California Bowl.
Yeah.
What if
LA
the
Bowl.
offensive linemen all decided to say, "Look,
Yeah.
we're not playing
Yeah.
in this bowl game
Yeah.
unless we get $5,000."
Oh yeah. I know. That's Pandora's box getting open.
I don't think that these guys. I mean, I think they kind of understand that they have the power now, but they really have the power if they really wanted to sit down and be like, "Look, I'm not playing unless I get this money."
So your point on this, Coach Kerry Keaton, here on Coach Keaton and Crawford on the Crawford Podcasting Network, is this: Pandora's box got open with that situation with that quarterback from Minnesota.
Right now,
On a part and parcel, I'm going to give you 30 grand for this game.
just to stay and play because
Wow.
they have no quarterback.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
PJ Fleck all about winning.
Yeah.
Oh, well, let's get this kid some money. So
And you're not going to get a winning season. You can go 6-7 if you win, but I think it's important. I think the momentum generated off a bowl win. I mean, in the weight room,
No
in the
question.
off season,
And that's why
Friday morning running
that's
around the
why I
track.
have such a problem with the college football playoff, because next year, as we talked about before, you're going to have 12 teams. But say the winner of that lower level who wins their conference, and normally they would have a month to prepare and go
Yeah.
play a bowl game
Yeah.
and have a great week somewhere warm and
Yeah.
play, and maybe win, maybe lose, whatever, hopefully win. Now they're going to have a week off after their championship game, and then they're going to go get to play second place SEC, and this year would have been Georgia on the road.
Right.
Well, what kind of
I get it.
what's the word I'm looking for? Is that for them
Right.
enjoyment or whatever?
Yeah.
To go get my brains beat out.
I think we're going to have to go through the process next week with the 12-team playoffs and see how that, how that affects the other, 30 teams who are not. There's 42 total teams playing bowl games. 12 of them are going to be in the CFP in the expanded format. See what their attitudes are. See, how
many
that goes.
kids
See maybe
still
some
drop
bowl
out.
game. But I mean, the monies are there. There's 5,000 people in some of these stadiums, but they're sponsor driven, and it's
And the one
you're out
yesterday
there
looked
competing.
The one yesterday looked pretty full. I mean,
Yeah. Well, and
I
then tight
know
shots and
Ohio-
cameras and stuff
Ohio
like that.
was enjoying that in Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
I know they were
Yeah.
enjoying themselves.
I know there's less, there's less glamorous bowl games that are coming up. I mean, but we'll see what happens. He's Kerry Keaton. I'm Tom Crawford here, the Crawford Podcasting Network. I want to remind everybody, if you could please, YouTube channel Tom's Take Community. Go out and follow that, because all our videos are on there, and one-stop shop, and some other videos as well that I come on my Tom's Take format. Go out and you can check off on that, so you can it drives it right to the phone. Also on our Facebook page, Tom's Take Community, and you'll see all the stuff that Kerry and I, as well as the other stuff I do during the week. So anyway, great job, Kerry Keaton.
Thank you, sir.
Until next week, we got one more before the holiday, and hey, we'll keep going, because he's got opinions. He brings it real. That's the way we do it here on Coach Keaton and Crawford. Until next time,
Go Green.
go Blues.